Yo, what up MG fam? It's your boy McGruff and we're back, man. Back with the Anchorage Huskies series here on NBA 2K22. Alright, so what I decided to do was speed past the second half of the season. Last time you guys saw us, we were right there at the brink of All-Star Weekend. But I decided, let's make this thing more exciting. Let's go ahead and zoom past this rough first season and get to the nitty gritty. You already know what time it is, man. It's time to bring Elmo Newman aboard. Also, my boy Elias Buckley, get those Texas Southern guys in the NBA. So first up, we're going to review our only trade this season. I was looking for a pick somehow, man. A second round pick or a first round pick because I'm interested in grabbing 3 players this season. So the trade that we were able to execute was with the Warriors. They gave us Kevon Looney and a second round draft pick for Mike Muscala and Michael Carter-Williams. I like what I saw from Dwight Powell this year. So Mike Muscala, he played pretty good for us, but I think Dwight Powell will help us out in the future. Hey, you never know. We might end up getting rid of him if we can get a nice center. So since we were able to get that extra draft pick, it's time to check out the playoff picture. On the west side, you got the Trailblazers grabbing the top seed. Got the Clippers getting them one. And the Surf ended up with the 3rd seed in their first season, right above the Lakers. Then you got the Jazz, then you got the Heat. And then those last 2 spots, they are designated for the play-in teams, the teams that win in the play-in, what you want to call it, like pre-tournament or something. You got the Golden State Warriors, the Mavericks, the Pelicans, and the Denver Nuggets. Hey, it's going to be interesting to see who get those last 2 seeds. And on the east side, you got the Celtics running with it with the top seed, followed behind the Bucks. They got 2 teams on the east side with 60+ wins. And then you got the 76ers with 56. These guys on the east side been winning games all year long. Then you got the Nets right there. KD and Kyrie, not in the top 3. And the Bulls, you got them with 43 and 39. Lonzo and those boys out there balling. The Hawks got them. The 6th seed and the 7th and 8th seed is up for grabs over here. You got the Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Pacers, and Wizards fighting for those last 2 spots. And while some teams are fighting for playoff position, we're fighting for the top pick in the draft, man. Look at us right there, man. We have the highest odds of grabbing the number 1 pick. Hey, you already know where we're going with it. We don't even got to say anything. And you got the Pistons right behind us, the Hornets, the Magic, and the Thunder, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the scoring champion this year is Luka Doncic. Luka, he was the only player in the NBA to average 30, and he still almost got a triple-double. It looks like a MVP season for the 23-year-old man. Speaking of scoring champions, the scoring champion on our team is Korkmaz with 15 points. No one on our team exceeded 20 points per game, but we did have 5 players with double-digit points. Korkmaz had a pretty good season. Hey, I think that guy might be the MIP. And the MVP this season goes to Giannis, man. That's back-to-back MVPs for Giannis. I'm surprised he won it. Maybe they're basing things off of the team records because Luka Doncic had better numbers. You cannot argue with me about that. So Giannis takes home his 2nd MVP, averaging 27.5, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists, 1.5 steals, 2 blocks. He's a beast. We don't have to say anymore. And the rookie of the year goes to Cade Cunningham. 17 points for him, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. It's only up from here for this kid. And Detroit has another award winner, Kelly Olynyk. I might be sleeping. Detroit might be out of the lottery. And not only did Giannis win the MVP, he won the Defensive Player of the Year. Go ahead and put the guy in that Hall of Fame. This dude is killing it out here. And the MIP this year goes to Michael Porter Jr. Him and the San Diego Surf surprised everyone in their inaugural season, and he ended up with 19.4, 6.8 rebounds, and the dude ended up shooting 43% from 3-point land. So now let's take a quick look at the playoff tree. Hey, things are setting up pretty good for the Portland Trailblazers and the Boston Celtics, but hey, we might see a different champion. I wonder if the number 1 seeds are going to make it all the way to the finals. So first up, we got the play-in games. You got New Orleans facing Denver, Golden State facing Dallas, and over here on the east side, you got Indiana facing Washington, and Memphis facing Minnesota. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the play-in games, and let's see who made it. So you got Dallas getting in. You got Golden State getting in on the west side. Then you have Memphis and Washington getting in. So, the playoff tree is finally set, and it's time to see who will get to the finals. You got your NBA Finals, baby. The LA Clippers, Kawhi Leonard versus the Milwaukee Bucks. And let's see who takes the cake. And you got your champions of this year and 2 NBA championships. And you know he had to walk home with the MVP award, averaging 30, 14, and 7, going crazy. So now it's time to move on to the offseason, the moment we all been waiting on. And first up is the player retirements. You got Udonis Haslem leaving, Redick leaving, Verjao, and George Hill leaving the Huskies. Hey, appreciate you for that last year, George. And Marc Gasol taking off for the Lakers. And the only coach to retire this year is Tom Thibodeau. That's 30 years in the league. Hey, he's out of there. Hey, what a great coach. I remember him in Chicago. Him and Jimmy Butler, they had some pretty good runs. So next up, we're going to do a little realigning of the league. Last year, we had 2 expansion teams in the West. This year, I'm moving our team to the East. And we're going to be playing in the Southeast Division against the Hawks, the Hornets, Magic, and Wizards. So there's going to be a lot of young talent in our division. Let's see who comes out on top next year. And now it's time to move to the NBA lottery. And we got the highest chances. Only 0.1% above the Detroit Lions. I think we're going to take it, yo. Alright, so the picks are in, and we ended up with the 2nd pick in this year's NBA draft. And the Detroit Pistons got the number 1 draft pick. Hopefully they don't take our player. So before the draft, we ended up signing a new head coach. And I would like you guys to welcome Nick Van Exel to Anchorage, Alaska. He's going to be the man to run the show. Help these young guards get it going like he did in the 90s. And now it's on to the NBA draft, baby. It's time to get it on. The moment we all been waiting on. We got our fingers crossed that Detroit don't take my boy Elmo Newman. So we here. The first pick is in. And they took a shooting guard, but not our guy. They ended up taking Jaden Hardy from out of high school, 6'4", 185. So you already know what time it is, baby. It's time for us to draft the guy who is going to change our franchise. And there he goes. Elmo Newman, 6'4", 196 from Texas Southern, baby. You guys remember my boy Elmo. He had Texas Southern rocking, knocking down threes, creating offense without the ball, with the ball, running fast breaks, doing anything possible, helping us out on defense. Yo, he even can grab rebounds and take it full court, and you cannot do anything to stop him. And if he don't have a shot, he's going to pass it to the open man and get things going. And we're glad to have this kid on board. So back to the NBA draft. So next up, the Spurs took Chet Holmgren, the 7-footer from Gonzaga. Hey, he's kind of slim, but he's a baller, they say. And the Pacers are on the clock with the 4th pick, and they took Hunter Salas from Gonzaga. That's 2 players back-to-back from Gonzaga. And the Magic are on the clock, and they take Leon Terry, another shooting guard. And the Charlotte Hornets grab Shannon Maggette, the 7-footer from Florida State. So Melo, you got a big man now, buddy. And another center goes, this time Connor Turner from Alabama. The Cleveland Cavaliers, yo, their front office is kind of shaky. And another center goes as well. Gonzaga got 2 centers going. Bo McDaniels, 213, 6'9", going to the OKC Thunder. Let's see how that works out. And Adrian Chapman, the 5'11" point guard, heads on to the Houston Rockets. And now the Sacramento Kings are on the clock. And they ended up trading their pick to who? The Houston Rockets. And they would trade Maurice Harkless and their 1st round pick for Christian Wood and Kyrie Thomas. It looks like they don't see any value in their 10th pick. So the Rockets ended up taking Caleb Houston, the 6'8" guy from Michigan, a small forward. So the Rockets are building something special down there. And then the Knicks are on the clock. They will take Bryce McGowens, another shooting guard from Nebraska. And now with the Raptors on the clock, let's see what they do. They will trade their pick, the 12th pick overall, to the OKC Thunder, who will give them Buddy Hield and a 1st round top 5 protected for 2025. And OKC will take a small forward, Brian King from Nebraska. And OKC with another one, a power forward, Jabari Smith. Yo, how many lottery picks does this team have? And now the final pick in the lottery, the Timberwolves take Banchero, the 6'10" power forward from Duke. Hey, this dude might be a game changer. He's pretty thick, man. He's 6'10". He's bigger than some of the centers that were drafted. And we're going to fast forward in the first round. We have another big trade. The Wizards are going to trade their first round pick of this year, along with Isaiah Todd, for Gordon Hayward and Brook Lopez. So the Hornets will end up with the 17th pick. They took a center earlier on. Hey, let's see what they do with this one. All right, so they took a small forward. He's 6'9", 220, Marvin Burton from Pittsburgh. Hey, LaMelo Ball. They are building a team around you, kid. You got to do it. You got to take advantage of it. And another trade, you got the Mavericks trading for Derrick Rose. They're going to give up their first round pick of this year and a second rounder in the year 2024. And they will take a point guard in his place, Malik Harper. So we're going to skip all the way to our next pick. You guys can see we took Damian Collins, the kid from Kentucky. He was there when we needed him. Hey, he's going to be a big baller for us. And we also took our guy Elias Buckley, from Texas Southern. He's going to be out here going crazy. He's that shooter that we need. You guys remember him in the championship game. He can just pull up and bang him in your face, buddy. He'll let you have it just like that. And we wrapped up the NBA draft. You guys can take a quick look at the overalls right here. You got Jaden Hardy with a 79 overall, and my boy Elmo Newman is a 76. We're not worrying about anything. We know the development of Elmo Newman is out of this world. We're looking for him to be something like a, AI type player. Hey, he might be out there breaking ankles in the first year. We ready to see what he can do. And our second pick, Collins, ended up being a 76 overall, bro. That's a steal. We ended up snatching a first rounder in the second round. That's crazy. And my boy Elias Buckley ended up being a 67 overall. They said he was going undrafted, but we weren't going to let that happen. Hey, 67 overall, he's better than some of the other players in the NBA already. So we're going to be moving on to the free agency, man. You can see Kyrie Irving right here declined his player option. So I think he won out of Brooklyn. But we're not focused on anybody else this offseason. We're just going to focus on ourselves. We're looking for a center. We got rid of Muscala, and we're going to go after Andre Drummond, man. A guy with some experience who will help us on those boards, yo. We need a big force down bottom. He is not what he once was, but he is still a force to be reckoned with. And also, we need a backup PG, Quinn Cook. Hey, he can shoot it, bro. He's a sharpshooter. We need somebody coming off the bench that can keep the flow going, and he's going to be able to do that. And both of these guys signed with us, 2-year deals. We ended up getting Drummond 2 years, 23.19, and we got Quinn Cook on a almost minimum contract. So we're looking for some more backups right now. KCP looks like a great fit on our team. We need someone who could play 3 and D ball. So we ended up signing KCP along with Quinn Cook. You guys see he's in there with a 73 overall. Hey, he got that 3-pointer for us. We just need his experience. We're going to play my boy Elmo Newman at point guard. We're going to let Kennard sit at the 2, and KCP can back him up along with Buckley. Quinn Cook will back up Elmo. And Godfrey and Korkmaz, they will split minutes at the small forward position because it's kind of like a battle right now. Whoever balls out for us in those first few games, hey, it's your position to have. And our power forwards, I'm glad that we got Collins, who's going to be starting for us most likely. We might let him sit behind PJ Tucker for a few games because PJ has a lot to show this young kid. And Amino is still there, so he has some experience behind him. He can learn from those vets. We have a bunch of centers, so we might end up getting rid of one of them. Drummond is a 79 overall. Got Powell there, 74 overall. Turo, 73. And Ed Davis, a 69. So you can see we got someone in the paint that can score, man. Andre Drummond. Hey, that's the dude we want to get the ball to down bottom when we need some help. So that wraps up this video. I think we're on the right path. Hey, Elmo Newman, Elias Buckley, Andre Drummond, KCP, Quinn Cook, Korkmaz. Oh, our team is looking pretty good, man. We're filling out pretty good. I think in maybe 1 or 2 more years, you might be looking at a championship contender. Mark my word. But yo, we're moving in the right direction. This is what I want to get into, man. The nitty gritty. Season 2 is going to be so lit. And it's your boy McGruff. Hey, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Hit that like button and notification bell. Hey, and subscribe to the channel, man. It's your boy McGruff. I'm coming back quick with that season opener because we ready to see what our team can do. But like I said, man, holla at your boy McGruff. I'm out of here.